for morning yoga. Today, I think, is day 26 of a 30-day yoga Pilates challenge. I think this one is a 10-minute practice focus on the spine and posture. I believe I looked at this like 15 minutes ago. I think that's what it is. Anyway, before I get started, I will do my normal workout or warm up, which is a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand. You know, you guys should look it up, the things that inversions, the headstand and the handstand are good for. I think it's kind of like a detox for your body as well. It definitely helps with your circulation, you know, getting your blood moving in a different direction. It definitely helps with shoulder strength and arm strength and core strength and balance. I think it helps with mindfulness and things like that, because you definitely have to stay focused and in the moment when you're in one of these inversions, so you can stay balanced. So it's nice. Back bends are very good for your spine and just encouraging mobility, especially as you get older. I was told several years ago that I have arthritis somewhere in my back. So for me, you know, I don't want arthritis to get the best of me, so I'm very intentional about just focusing on mobility overall. Mobility, flexibility, and just with yoga, strength and balance. Of the four, mobility, strength, balance, flexibility. Balance is probably my most challenging. So sometimes when we do these workouts and there's a lot of balance, especially when I start the first time, I'm very wobbly, but I try to get better. I've always been very balanced on 2 feet, but I'm not necessarily so balanced on one. So this helps. You know, as a kid, I used to be able to, or I shouldn't say I used to because I can still do it, but I love doing the splits and doing cartwheels and, you know, back bends and walkovers and stuff like that. And so when I guess it's been a while now, but back 10 years ago, 11 years ago, when I was working to get off this weight that I had, because I used to be morbidly obese. I weighed 280 pounds, and I just woke up one day and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do to myself? Why did I let all these negative beliefs into my head? And, you know, why did I get caught up in all these self-sabotaging behaviors that just caused me to gain all this weight that was just weighed so heavily on me, where I was uncomfortable in my body, where I didn't feel good about how it is that I looked, and I just wasn't able to have any peace in my life. So one day, like I said, I just woke up and I'm like, I did this to myself, and since I did it to myself, I need to undo it myself. Fast forward about a year, I lost 140 pounds and embraced my inner athlete, and sometime later I found yoga and I started that, and I've been on this yoga journey for the past 5 years, and I just think it is wonderful. Wonderful. Helps me practice mindfulness, which shows up in such wonderful ways. Like, have you ever been having a conversation with someone and you're trying to talk to them and they're kind of just focused on, you know, what do you want from me and what's the problem? And, you know, they have all these preconceived notions about what you're going to talk to them about, and that's how it affects their listening. You know, when you are practicing mindfulness, you're not worried about your insecurities, you're not worried about what somebody thinks of you. just not worried, right? You're just in the moment and you're being present, and you're able to pay attention to things and really hear what it is that people have to say. You listen for understanding. You're not listening to fix things. You're not listening to figure out what kind of criticism are they going to give me. You're not listening for, oh God, what else are they going to tell me to do? You know, those type of things. You're just listening for understanding. You're being present. You're not, you know, coming up with things to react to in your head and things like that. You're just in the moment, and it helps all the time. It just brings such peace to you, and so that's one of the benefits that I get from yoga that I really enjoy. You know, others are, I stay limber. You know, I just want to go and you know, go into the splits. Like, this is like my first morning thing. I can do that. So it really helps with flexibility, and I really like that. That makes me happy. But anyway, let me go ahead and get into this into this practice. I'm going to do my warm up. It'll take me about 3.5 minutes, and then I will go over and turn on Cassandra. This is Yoga with Cassandra. She's got a YouTube channel. Again, this is day 26 of a 30-day yoga Pilates challenge that has taken me longer than the 30 days. Because sometimes just things come up in your life, and I give myself grace. I set intentions each and every day, but if I'm not able to do something, that's okay. I just try again the next day or the next day. But this weekend I was out of town, I was traveling, so I didn't really do the things that I normally do on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Just got back to it. I was 10 out of 10 on my intentions yesterday. And hopefully I will be 10 out of 10 on my intentions today. I'm off to a good start, given that I am on the mat. So here we go. I hope you will join me. This is just a quick 10-minute practice, which I guess in total will be about 13 minutes, since I will do this warm up. Okay? All righty, here we go.
Good morning. Welcome to day 26 of this 30-day Yoga Bodies Challenge. We're very near to the end. This morning we are working on our spine, on our posture, strengthening our back muscles. We're going to begin with a little bit of abdominals, working on developing and cultivating a strong core is one of the easiest and best ways that we can alleviate back pain. So I always like to add a little bit of core strength whenever we're working on spine and posture. So you can lower yourself down. And before we do anything, just widen your feet. Let your knees fall in towards one another. Arms can rest on your belly, go out to the side, reach up overhead, whatever you'd like. Just take these first few breaths to notice how you're feeling this morning. Noticing where there might be tension, or even just where your headspace is at. And hopefully by the end of our time together, you can feel a little bit better physically, mentally, emotionally. So we can bring the knees hip-width distance apart, feet flat to the floor, and bring your hands towards the back of your head. Go ahead and imprint your lower back down into the mat. So just from doing this, we're squeezing and engaging through our abdominals. So we're gonna lift, crunch head and shoulders off of the floor, and then go ahead and bring your knees to tabletop. Lower the feet down and lower shoulders back down. So a few times like this. Upper body lifts, knees to tabletop, feet come down, and lower the upper body twice more. Lift both shoulder blades up, knees to table, hold the abs even as you bring the feet down, and then head and shoulders down. Last one, curling up, picking up the legs, setting the feet down, and upper body releases. Draw your knees in towards your belly, lift head and shoulders off of the floor for double leg stretch. Inhale, arms and legs out into a V. Exhale, hug it into the midline. 3 more. Inhale, stretch and pull for 2. Exhale in. Last one. And squeeze, release head and shoulders down to the mat. And let's do a few roll-ups here so you can lengthen out your legs, flex through your feet, reach your arms up. As you inhale, lift head and shoulders off of the mat. And proud chest at the top. Exhale, round and contract and lower down with control. We're just gonna do one more like this. So inhale, upper body lifts, curl and pull up through the abdominals, and lower your way down. And the next time we come up, we'll stay up, lifting up tall, setting ourselves up for saw, something I have not done yet in this challenge, but if you've done my beginner Pilates flow on YouTube, you would have done this one with me before. So I like to have the feet wider than the hips, flexing here. We're gonna have our arms out into the shape of a T. This is a spinal twist, but also working on length, so great for the back. You're gonna inhale to center. As you exhale, twist over to the right, and think of bringing your left ear towards your knee and reaching your pinky finger to your pinky toe. And we call it saw because you're gonna pulse 3 times as if you're sawing the little pinky toe out. So slicing for 3, for 2, for 1, lifting up and untwist. Over to the other side, so twist over to the left and think of contracting and rolling as if my ear will touch my knee, reaching the hand out and slicing off, reaching 3, 2, 1. uncurl, face forward, twist to the right, tuck it down, reach for 3, for 2, for 1, lifting up and center, twist, curl, tuck and reach, slice, 3, 2, 1, lifting up and all the way forward. Beautiful. I'm going to move my little foam pad off to the side. We won't be needing it. And just find your tabletop pose from here. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Draw the lower belly to your spine with a flat back. Can you extend that right leg up and back behind you? Roll that right shoulder or that right hip down. Maybe you choose to stay here, or you can add a little bit working on your balance by extending the left arm forward, bicep along the ear. So don't worry about how high you're getting your leg or how high you're getting your arm. Instead, focus on keeping the flat back, strengthening along the spine. One more big breath in here. And release, round and contract. Find your cat pose stretch. And same thing to the other side. So tighten and engage through your core. Lift that left leg up. Keep that hip internally rotated. And then maybe the right arm extends up. Thumb pointing up. One more breath. Lengthen out even more. And let's release. Lower all the way down to your belly into our locust pose. Shalabhasana. Reach your arms back, palms facing down. Lift everything up off of the mat. Roll the head of the arm bones back. Hug through the inner thighs. Back of the neck is long. Keep breathing here. And let's press it back to child's pose. Keep your knees fairly close towards one another, arms reaching back. Grab a hold of your heels so that you can lift yourself up into your rabbit stretch. So stretching along the spine, rocking forward as you lift your hips up. I don't know why pets always think this is the best time to come for cuddles. I'm sure if you have pets at home, you're used to this. Let's set the hips down on the mat. Hi buddy, I'm a little busy right now. You can sit cross-legged. We're just going to do some circles with the upper body. So hips stay anchored and grounded, hands on your knees, and you can just circle wide. And reverse the direction of those circles. One more. Coming all the way up, seated cat and cow. Inhale, arch through your back. Exhale, round and contract. 3 more. Last one. And sitting up tall, shrug the shoulders down. Our affirmation today: I am an open channel for creativity. I am an open channel for creativity. Hands join at the heart. Chanting Om together, breathe in. Thank you so much everyone for doing this spine, posture, back focused flow with me. I hope you have an amazing day, that you can be an open channel for creativity. Leave me a comment down below. I will see you again tomorrow morning for day 27. Thanks so much.
Day 27, I'll be back tomorrow. Well, thank you so much for being here with me and doing this yoga Pilates challenge. You know, I am definitely a yoga girl. I haven't been doing a lot of Pilates. Maybe I'll start now that I've done this challenge, because you know, this is they're not very long, but they're good. And I feel like I've got a bit of a workout, tightening stuff up, which is always good. Yeah, so anyway, come back tomorrow. I'm sorry that I don't ever know exactly what time I'm going to be on. I try to get up and do this in the mornings, you know, sometime between like 6 and 7, but that doesn't always happen. Yesterday I did it a little bit later in the day, just because I got really busy. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care.